Welcome back to season 3 of the Nordic News Podcast. It's been a long time coming, but we're thrilled to finally be here today. My name is Shyam Haritham. I'm your Nordic News sports editor and one of the hosts of the podcast alongside Danny Hughes, who's behind the camera today, but will join us for future editions. Also joining us today is our resident Packers fan and sports analyst,
Everett Burke.
The podcast is brought to you by Nordic News, the premier publication of the city of Kenmore and Emerald Award winner 2025. Our co-editors are Annabelle Yip and Iris Huang and Callie Say. Our advisor is Joanna Little, and our business manager is Kelvin Zong. Today we're going to be talking about the 2026 NFL playoffs. So this is recorded before the wildcard games have started, so this is a day before wildcard games all start tomorrow. And we're here to talk about the games, make our predictions, and go from there. All right, Everett, you can take it away.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the 5-4 games. Let's start with the AFC. So we'll talk about Houston at Pittsburgh.
What do you have for this one?
For this one, I think it's a pretty simple win for the Texans. No, they got the best defense in football against an aging Aaron Rodgers. Right? Stroud has been inconsistent for the last 2 years. But I still would take him over Rodgers right now. Right. This all line is not good. That's one thing that concerns me, especially because TJ Watt's on the other side of the ball. But I have no idea how the Steelers are going to get points on the board. Right. You got no receiver two. Metcalf is definitely not as good a receiver as Stingley is a corner. Right. So I don't see a way for this Steelers team to break through, right? I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive affair. Texans have the second best defensive line in the league, right? That's my take on it. I think it's going to be Texans win. It's going to be a one-score win probably. Texans offense hasn't really gotten rolling all season, and I don't know if they will in this game, but I think they'll win the game.
Right. But when you look at the Steelers, I think they had the top two cornerbacks in the league this year, and with the Texans having
who do you say are the top two corners in the league?
Well, no, by it statistically, I completely blanked on their names.
Ramsey?
Right, Ramsey was up there. Porter Jr.
Okay.
And Asante Samuel is having a good year this year, obviously.
Okay.
And with the Houston's wide receiver situation, I don't know if they can put up more than a couple field goals. But same thing with the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, because Rodgers is 42 now, and he has no receiver room.
Yeah. He can't. He also can't escape pressure at this age.
Yeah.
Not like Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Stroud at least has some agility in the pocket, right? Rodgers doesn't stand a chance against Will Anderson Jr. barreling at him, right? You look at who's rushing Stroud. You got Cam Hayward, but he's also like a statue. He's a fossil at this point, right? So I think you put all those pieces together. Yes, Houston has a worse line, but at least their quarterback can evade pressure at a higher level than Pittsburgh's quarterback.
I think this is going to be just a long fought game, but I do think the Texans will win this one.
Yeah. Okay. And I also, for the record, I think Derek Stingley is the best corner in football right now.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Yeah.
I think you talk about stats for corners. I think it's very skewed to people who actually throw the ball to them. Nobody throws the ball at Derek Stingley. You look at him and you don't pass. You don't that side of the field is gone. Right. So I think DK Metcalf is going to be a non-factor in this game. And then who's your receiver too? Calvin Austin.
And then there's Darius.
Yeah. What are you going to do with that? You got to throw the ball out of the backfield to Kenneth Gainwell and get swallowed up by this linebacking core, right? So I just don't see a way for the Steelers offense to get much going. I think it's going to be single-digit points for them probably. Texans may put up 10, 13, something like that. But, yeah, I have Texans winning this one and advancing.
For sure.
Okay, next 5-4 matchup: Rams at Carolina. Who takes this? You can start.
I think it's pretty obvious. The Rams, they've had the best offense in the league all season, arguably the best at least. Seattle has been really good this year, but Burke is number 2. Matthew Stafford leads the league in pass yards. They have a mediocre defense, and Carolina just barely clinched the playoffs. I do not. If they weren't the division leader, they would not have gotten it.
Yeah. But about that, like Carolina started the season out bad, right? They've played a lot better in recent games than they did at the beginning of the season. Bryce Young has played a lot better. Mm-hmm. They beat the Rams not that long ago, right? They beat them. Bryce Young played phenomenal. This defense ended Matt Stafford's streak of not throwing a pick. They picked him off twice, right? Stafford has kind of cooled off recently as well. Right. He was the unquestioned MVP, and now Drake May's the favorite, right? So at least betting odds, Drake May's the favorite. I don't know. I think arguably Stafford's still the best quarterback in the league. But that's a different conversation. Yeah. But yeah, this Panthers defense especially is nothing to laugh at. This defense is pretty especially the secondary. You've got Jeremy Chin, you've got J.C. Horn. Those are pretty shut down guys, right? Yeah. The problem is the Rams just have too many weapons, right? You've got a running back on the caliber of what's his name?
Gurley?
No. The Rams running back.
Oh,
I'm blanking on his name. What's his name? The running back. Oh my God, Kyron Williams, right? You got Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, right? All these weapons on your offense, and then Carolina has a good defense, but not enough star players to be able to shut these guys down.
And they've let up the 15th most points in the NFL this season.
Yeah, against the number one offense in football.
And against the number one offense in football. Even if the Panthers are on a hot streak and the Rams are on a
lukewarm streak.
Yeah. The Panthers did lose their last game against Baker Mayfield and Tampa, but I don't see them.
Well, that game they lost because of a lot of dubious
referee
calls. They should have won that game, I think. Yeah.
That was just bad.
Yeah, I mean, you look at everything, Stafford on PFF. Stafford is still the number one quarterback ranked in football. I mean, the Rams lead the league in play action, at 37% rate, and Carolina has been this season one of the toughest defenses to play against play action. They've been great against play action, which is why the Rams probably lost that first meeting, right?
Barely, but
but you had to think Sean McVay is going to call less play action, and what effect that has, I think, is up to interpretation. Whether that throws this Rams offense off their rhythm because they've been used to so much play action, or whether that takes this Carolina defense by surprise, right?
I mean, it takes away backfield throws to Kyron Williams. It takes away just short passes, which the Rams have been doing all season. But I think they still do have a long game. We've seen them make crazy chunk plays against every team they've played pretty much all season.
Yeah, so either way, I'm still taking the Rams on this one. I think Carolina just doesn't have enough consistency to their game, and we've seen the Rams win 12 games this season. Right. We just haven't seen that level of football from Carolina.
No.
So I'm taking Los Angeles here. And are you too? Are you as well?
Yeah. I like.
Perfect. So let's move on to the 6-3 games. They have in the AFC, you got the 6-seeded Bills at the 3-seeded Jacksonville Jaguars. So, Everett, what's your take on this one?
This game is honestly a toss-up. Josh Allen's been pretty good all season. They're the 4th best offense in the league. But the Jaguars have they've surprised everyone this season, and
Yeah.
obviously people are saying that it's Trevor's best season, but if you look at it in 2021, he had similar numbers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's going to I think that they made the playoffs in 2021, right?
Yeah.
And then I think they were first on exit to the Chargers.
No, I think they beat the Chargers. No, because Justin Herbert has 0 playoff wins.
Oh, right. They were second round exit then?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, 8th best defense in the league for the Jaguars. So they do have a pretty good defense. They have a solid offense with the 6th best. And the Buffalo Bills only have the 12th best defense. But I really do think, Josh Allen in the first at least 2 rounds of the playoffs, he always performs really well. And this is an away game for him.
Yeah, road games in the playoffs, Josh Allen has not been.
He's not been historically good at that.
Yeah.
I think the Bills have an edge still, but I think this could be the closest game we see in the first round.
I think especially Josh Allen, the pressure's on him. This is a no Lamar, no Joe Burrow, no Mahomes playoff run. If you don't win the Super Bowl here, real questions start to come in about are you really who they say you are? Yeah, so it's just a matter of Josh Allen proving himself to the NFL fan base, because he's proven himself to be a regular season warrior, right? NFL MVP, all these accolades, all these years of taking the Bills to the playoffs, but he's never taken the Bills to the Super Bowl, right? So it's this is the prove it year for him. Yeah.
But I still do think Bills win this one.
Yeah. You could argue it's also the prove it year for Trevor.
It is. I mean, I think this year is the make or break for a lot of coaches. Obviously, you saw Harbaugh get fired.
Yeah.
I think.
You think McDermott is on the hot seat?
No, not McDermott, but
William Cohen.
Who's the Mike Tomlin? Mike Tomlin.
Oh, for the Steelers.
Yeah, he's incredibly average every year. I do not think.
I don't think the Steelers organization has the guts to fire him.
No, but
so I think he's going to keep his job after all this.
I think eventually they do need to move on because he's dragging them down.
Yeah. A good transition is we're moving on to the 49ers at Eagles game.
Right.
What do you think about Sirianni as a coach?
Ooh. I think he's a better defensive coach than he is offensive. And I think his coaching style is, on offense at least, is also dragging Eagles down.
He's play calling now, right?
Right, he is play calling.
Yeah.
And we've seen him do more running right up the middle, obviously. Like you said that earlier before. But he's not designing plays and he's not calling plays that work for A.J. Brown. He's designing plays that work for Jalen Hurts to run.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts, I really question his ability, especially after watching him this season, especially after watching that Giants game.
Oh,
first one.
Yeah,
where they got taken to town by Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo, and Jalen Hurts couldn't make a throw, and they lost by 17 to the New York Giants. Right, and that was an embarrassing performance, and I don't think we're going to see something as bad from Jalen Hurts again this season. And I think the Eagles will sneak their way to a victory this one, especially because of the referee situation, right? You've got Alan Eck refereeing this one. Right. Eagles are 8-1 when he refs. 49ers are 3-6. He refs the 2023 NFC Championship game that the Eagles won against the 49ers.
Right.
So I think they sneak through a win in this one. I think we both agree on that, but I don't think it's a good win. No. I think it's probably an ugly win with some dubious calls made by the referees, and then a poor performance from Jalen Hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, though, if he can find a way to pull off a win, I think next year, he could be in talks for top 10.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who's used to being doubted, so we can see what's going to happen. Obviously, Brock Purdy didn't play in that 2023 NFC Championship
Right.
game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll see what's going to happen, but I think I'm going to take the Eagles.
Right. Me too. Yeah.
All right, moving on to the 7 seed Chargers at 2 seed Patriots game. What's your take on this one?
I'm going to honestly have to take the Patriots here, as much as I do not think they are the best team. I do think they are kind of fraudulent, but looking at Justin Herbert's resume, no playoff wins, right?
Yeah.
And Drake this season has been phenomenal. Obviously.
I mean, yeah, I just don't trust Justin Herbert at all. I don't think he's like we were talking about Josh Allen. Like, are you who they say you are? I think Justin Herbert is not who they say he is, like categorically, right? Justin Herbert is, to me, one of the most overrated quarterbacks in football, right? He's been one of the most overrated quarterbacks in football for like the past 3 years. He's never like pushed the needle. He's never a guy you want to rely on in like a clutch situation. This is it's like Steph Curry in the finals. Iguodala won the Finals MVP before he did. Justin Herbert may be great in the regular season. He may put up great numbers, but at the end of the day, he's not somebody you rely on. He's not somebody you can look to and say, "Go win us this game," right? They don't have Omarion Hampton. They don't have Rashawn Slater. Keenan Allen isn't who he used to be. Lad McConkey is regressed, right? I think this is a comfortable win for the Patriots. I don't think the Chargers put up like a fight at all.
I think they put up somewhat of a fight, but at the end, like obviously Drake May, compared to Justin Herbert, even in the second year, is a better quarterback.
Miles better. I think, especially I would trust Drake May with my life in this situation, right? I wouldn't trust Justin Herbert with anything at this point in his career. It's been 5 years and we've got 0 playoff wins to show for it, right? Yeah, it's just a mess.
Definitely, obviously, easy Patriots win there.
Yeah, and then in the NFC 7 seed Packers at 2 seed Bears, you got the beanie.
Yep.
What do you think?
Jordan Love coming back is the best thing that could have happened to the Packers, right? There's so many players injured though that even as a Packers fan, I am starting to doubt. It's an away game. The last time we played the Bears in the playoffs, we did win at Soldier Field, but then again, it's been 15 plus years since the Bears were good. So
yeah, I don't know. The Bears, even now, they're one of those teams you look at and they're like are they good? Are they good? The Packers coming into the season, the Packers were my Super Bowl favorite.
Right.
You look at this roster, everyone healthy. You look at this roster, that's a 1 seed contender. They obviously end up as a 7 seed, right? This is also the only team that's ever been a 7 seed and won a playoff game.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Jordan Love led this team to a win against the Cowboys, and it wasn't close. Right? They routed the Cowboys. But this Bears team isn't that Cowboys team, right? Ben Johnson is he's turned this entire organization around 1 year, right? And you you look like you disagree with that, but I don't know. I came into the season I was like Bears, that's an 8-win, 9-win team to me, right? I didn't really see them as this team that's gonna win the North. Right? They took the entire division, and I would have never expected that from them. But from my perspective, Ben Johnson did turn this team around.
I do want to Caleb Williams is not who people say he is. He had 3,900 yards this year, but 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 90 rating, and 58 completion percentage is not that good. That's Jordan Love, obviously he's coming back off a concussion for 5 weeks.
Jordan Love, I think he's on for me. He's the top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
He's playing like he's phenomenal.
When he's healthy, when he's fully healthy,
Yeah.
he has if he had the receivers around him. Obviously, Matthew Golden, turning out to be a bust. Unfortunately, 0 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
If he had the tools around him, I think he could go for 4,000 consistently, like we saw Aaron Rodgers do.
I think you put Jordan Love on this Bears team, and they're probably the 1 seed. Like because they lost to the Vikings week 1. I think they would have won that game. I think they lost to the Ravens without Lamar. If they had Jordan Love, they would have won that game, right? And I don't know. I feel like they played it really close against the 49ers. That's 3 games you can flip. And you put on a great quarterback on that team, I think that you can take all those 3 games. That puts them at the 1 seed, right? This is a roster that's very good with an inconsistent, questionable quarterback, right? And then that's like kind of flipped for the Packers. It's a roster that I would question with a quarterback I really like, right?
You can say the same for the defense with like Micah, but who else does he have? The hell?
Yeah.
Play, but I don't know.
And Micah's not even playing now.
No, he's injured.
So now it's just a matter of like this game is a toss up.
Yeah.
And for a 2-7 game, that's not normal, but this is really a toss up. So who do you think is going to win this one?
I slightly biased. I will take the Packers.
Yeah.
But also because I do not like if you told me, well, you have to. If Caleb Williams wins a playoff game, life or death situation, if Caleb Williams wins a game, you live, right? The playoff game. I don't trust him. Like at USC, sure he was good, but that's one of the most like. How much NIL money did they get that year?
I don't know that. USC they had a great roster.
Yeah.
In these kind of tense pressure situations, I just cannot trust Caleb Williams, especially over a guy like Jordan Love, who's been phenomenal and consistent and been here before. Right. And so for that reason, I'm going to take the 7 seed upset. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to beat Chicago in the wild card.
Moving on, second round, divisional round. We have the number 5 Texans versus the number 2 Patriots.
Yeah.
And we have talked about these. Obviously, Drake May, great quarterback, but Texans, great defense. So what's your pick here?
Like for me, I think you got this Texans team coming up to Foxborough, Massachusetts. It's going to be snowstorm probably. I don't know the exact date and the weather, but probably snow, right? Definitely going to be very, very cold. This is a team with C.J. Stroud, who I don't trust as much as Drake May, obviously. Nobody should. The Patriots have a solid O-line. I mean, Will Anderson is definitely a great edge rusher, but Patriots O-line, I trust them to only give up 1 or 2 sacks this game. Right. I think this defense makes it tough for Drake May for sure, and he hasn't played a team this good probably all season. But I don't know. It feels like a Patriots win for me, at least. But you can convince me.
Me personally, I do think it's a Texans win. You know, Patriots, they have not played anyone with a defense even close to as good as the Texans are. Drake May, great quarterback, sure, but I don't know if this is only his second year. He's never been to the playoffs before. No Bill Belichick anymore, right? The entire
Mike Vrabel's a fantastic coach.
Well, yeah, but the entire
better than D'Amico Ryans,
and they have Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, Travion Henderson.
Yeah,
too. Who I just think I had him in fantasy. Like just use him, man. When he gets on the field, he's so explosive. He's so like much better than Ramondre Stevenson. Like you just need to play him. But
I do feel like this is either the last Patriots win or an upset. But
Yeah.
I'm not quite convinced it's another toss-up.
It is a toss-up.
Honestly,
is this the best defense Drake May's played in his entire career?
No. Well,
who did he play last year? I mean, it's definitely the best defense he's played this season.
For sure. So
last season,
honestly, for that reason, I am going to take the Texans in this one.
Okay, I'll go with you. I'll take the Texans then.
Got it.
Texans moving on. Okay, and then 5 seed Rams at Philly to take on the Eagles. Well, the last time these two teams played, the Rams should have won that game. It's a block kick, and it was like a bunch of messy stuff happening. The Rams really should have won that game.
Yeah.
I don't know. We took the Rams. We talked about how the Eagles were going to barely squeak by the 49ers, and obviously the Rams are significantly better than the 49ers, even though they have the same record.
For me,
I think this is a Rams win.
Easy call. Rams win. Allen Eck, if he's not officiating, easy Rams win.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Eagles, if they start to get hot, they could surprise me, but I don't know. I'm going to take the Rams. They haven't been consistent enough. They haven't shown enough from what I've seen, from the sample they've given us. So for me to believe in them.
2 5 seeds to the conference championship. Anyways, Bills versus Broncos at Denver, Mile High Stadium.
Oh, man.
So, but keep in mind though, cold weather in Denver, Bills will be used to that. Yeah. But obviously, elevation gain is not a joke.
Yeah, that's true. Last time Bills played a defense this good, they lost, and they lost soundly. They played the Texans, and it was not good. It was bad. Like Josh Allen sacked 7 times, and arguably this Broncos pass rush is better. Right? The highlight of the Texans defense is their secondary. The highlight of this Broncos defense is that phenomenal bone-crushing pass rush, right? You got Nick Bonito on one side. In the secondary, you have Pat Surtain, DPOI. Pat Surtain. Like, it's brutal out there. And especially coming into Denver, coming into that atmosphere. Again, we talked about the Bills being not a phenomenal roster. And, like, Josh Allen largely carried them, I feel like, throughout the season.
Oh, for sure.
But there's still a lot of questions surrounding that team and a lot of pressure for Allen himself. And I think that gets to him, and I think I take the Broncos for that reason.
I think, this might be one of the last wins we will see from the Broncos this year. But then again, you can make the argument Bo Nix is not ready for a playoff game, right? Because he had a 1-week bye, which is it's either an advantage or a disadvantage depending on how you want to look at it. But at home, Mile High Stadium, the Broncos, obviously, last game against the Chargers, they held them to 3 points only. I'm going to take the Broncos here, but I'm not sure how far they will go. And then,
Just a side note, I am a believer. I think Bo Nix is the narrative is against him. He's not a bad quarterback. He is not a bad quarterback. Like you were talking about Trevor Lawrence, everybody's gassing on Trevor Lawrence. Bo Nix is on his level as a quarterback already. Okay.
Yeah. Well, but that's Trevor Lawrence. That's the thing.
Trevor Lawrence is in all these is being hyped up right now. We gotta show Bo some love too, right?
But Broncos win. And moving to the NFC, 7 versus 1 matchup.
Yeah.
My Packers versus the number 1.
My Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
And I do think, even though I'm a Packers fan, this is the end of our year.
I'm glad you're being objective.
Because obviously, best defense, third best offense. This is unbelievable.
The best team in football right now.
Right now, yes. They are. If they can.
If Sam Darnold can just stop turning the ball over, we would be a clean sweep for the Super Bowl. Like, it wouldn't even be difficult.
No, it wouldn't be.
The turnovers concern me so much because you don't know what could happen one game. Because you could be hypothetically, you could be on a 4-game win streak and then throw 4 turnovers, throw 4 picks in one game, hypothetically, right? And then you could lose to the Rams by 2 points. It's just like sometimes it's just a mess, but I don't know. I think this is like really looking like our year.
Yeah, no, for
right.
sure.
JSN's the best receiver in football. Leonard Williams is one of the best D tackles in football. Boye Mafe's great. Byron Murphy's great. Eamon Worry's a great pick.
Yeah.
Devon Witherspoon's great. Reek Woolen, a lot better than he was in week 1, for sure. But yeah, I mean, this team is just nasty. The Seahawks roster is so good, and I think the Packers, like, no offense, they're not gonna.
I mean, if you look at our roster, obviously less stars, less people that you would be like, oh, he's a standout player. Adding on to that, our injury report has been the same all year pretty much. We have had like 10 guys out every game.
Tucker Kraft being out is like that sucks.
That was the second worst besides Micah. But clear win. Seattle Seahawks take it probably by 14 plus. Jordan Love, great quarterback. I don't think he can play against the defense this young and elite.
Legion of Boom reincarnate, for sure. The Seahawks are just they're disgusting right now.
And then moving back over to the AFC. 2-1 versus 5 seed matchups in both conferences. AFC Broncos Texans. What do you got here?
I think last time these two teams played, the Broncos pulled out the win by 3, right? And that was Davis Mills. And that was not a convincing win.
Right.
Now the Texans are back, and they're hungry, and the Broncos' fraudulence is going to be exposed. Right. As much as I am a believer, I have to be honest. And I have to say that Bo Nix is not going to be able to play against this defense. Not in a conference championship game, right? He's not going to go to the Super Bowl in his second year. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
I have to take the Texans here. Their roster is so much more intimidating, especially for a second-year quarterback. And that defense is horrifying to go up against.
I will have to agree with that. Texans all year, defense great. Offense, but Broncos great defense, but who the hell have they played? Right, like they have mediocre offense at best, but great defense. But they don't have anyone to like prove who they've played. Like they haven't played anyone that they can say
they're 11-2 in one-score games.
Right.
They took the Commanders with Marcus Mariota up to overtime. They barely beat the Titans. Like these are teams that they should be beating by 30. Right. And it's just like this Broncos team. Like I can see them in the Super Bowl in 2 years from now. Right.
If they make the right decisions.
If Bo Nix becomes the player I think he can be.
Yes.
Right. Okay. All right, moving on. We got NFC Conference Championship, Rams at Seahawks. Last time these two teams met in Seattle, it was a thriller.
Right.
Probably the best game I've seen all season. Probably one of the best games I've ever seen in my life. You think about that game, you think about the Chiefs-Rams game in what was that, 2018?
Right.
Those two games for me are like absolute classics, recent classics I can think of. But man, what a game that was. And I hope we get something of the same level in this one. And I hope it's the same result.
I honestly, this is the most intense matchup I think we've seen this playoff game, this playoff bracket since the Bills Jaguars or Eagles Niners in the wild card. Because in the divisional round, you had Packers Seahawks, easy win for the Seahawks, easy win for the Rams, easy win for the Texans, and easy win for the Broncos. So this is the hardest decision. But who in the NFC do you think is going to go to the Super Bowl?
This is so tough because I want to pick this. I'm obviously a diehard Seahawks fan. Last time it's so easy for me to say, like, last time we played them, we won. It was at home. It's at home again. We're the 1 seed. We're gonna win this game, right? Rams just lost to the Falcons. They're not as good as us. We're better, right? Then I think back to when we actually played these teams. We beat the Rams off basically like a bunch of flukes working in our favor. The 2-point conversion, that was such a joke, right?
Still one of the best plays I've ever seen.
And then, like, you think Darnold threw 6 picks in 2 games against this Rams team. is that like a way is that a method that's gonna be sustainable to win in an NFC Championship game? And then you think Sam Darnold in the playoffs last year, what happened against the same Rams team?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this Rams team is better, and they're badder, and they're hungrier. Right. Matt Stafford probably last year he's looking for the Super Bowl send off. Right. Coming into Seattle, this Seahawks team is weaker at home than they are on the road. Right. And there's just like it is really worrying. I mean,
yeah. Obviously, you can talk about the quarterback matchup, but
yeah,
the thing is, the two receiving yard leaders in the NFL, Puka Nacua and JSN, are both on these teams. So I think this one will be inoffensive. I mean, obviously, like the last two games, the first one was not great for the Seahawks, but the second one, both teams were like we saw chunk plays, we saw short plays. Everything was working in everyone's favor, except the defense. But it's just, I think this game the wide receivers decided instead of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, Matt Stafford had one of the best games of his entire season against the Seahawks last time. Right. Which is really scary to think about because we're supposed to be the best defense in football. Right. And then I'm watching this game and I'm watching this 37, 38-year-old like senile man tear us up for about like 450 yards. Right. And it's like, is this, can we allow this and then still win the next time we play these guys? Right. Did we win because we are the better team or did we win because we got lucky? Right.
That's the real question. Yeah.
And that's what scares me because this matchup in particular, Seahawks I can stack us up against anybody else in the league and I take us. But the Rams is the only team that I'm like scared of.
Right. And I think I would want to take the Seahawks, obviously.
Yeah.
But here, I don't know if Sam Darnold has the ability to play under pressure like Matthew Stafford has proved time in and time out. So I think I might have to take the Rams, but just that will be either – I could be wrong. Like this is – obviously I could be wrong about every game that we predict. We could be wrong about every game so far, but I think this is the riskiest pick, but I do think I'm going to take the Rams on this one.
Okay, I'll reluctantly take it with you.
I would want to take the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they have it like next year. Yeah. If they retain their players, retain their coaches.
We start Jalen Milroe.
Yeah. If they trade for a good quarterback, like if they wanted
like Jordan Love.
They can have Malik Willis.
Yeah.
If they sign Will Levis for free.
Yeah, if we trade for Drake May, we should be good.
Yeah. But next year, if they make good decisions, they are my number one pick for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with the Super Bowl stage.
Rams,
2 5
Texans.
seeds.
Has that ever happened? 2 5 seeds in the Super Bowl? Seems unlikely.
Super.
But yeah, I mean, for me, this whole Super Bowl comes down to the NFC for me. I think the NFC is a lot stronger. I think whoever makes it out of the NFC is probably going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, I think they're significantly stronger than the AFC this year.